Hello, ladies and gents. Today we're going to attempt something new. I've got a new software I'm trying out to record what you might see if we were doing a lecture in the classroom. I thought I would start with an overview of Chapter 4 of what it would look like in your interactive notebook, and we'll see what we can do from there. Okay, Chapter 4, the human story. We're looking at the people of history. And as a quick uh, launch to that basic idea, let's take a look at, there we go. Remember Williamina Fleming and Annie Jump Cannon? I'd like you to meet two more amazing scientists who left their mark on history. First off, over here on the right, let me see if I can get this thing to, okay. So you see on the right, standing next to a very tall stack of programming code, that is Margaret Hamilton. And the code she wrote programmed a very simplistic, by today's standards, the computer that took Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin and all those guys in the Apollo missions to the moon and safely home again. Unsung heroes. Everybody remembers who went, but we've kind of forgotten the people who put us there and the hard work, the intense amount of effort that it took to get us there. So there was that, and then look on the left there in the photograph, Katie Bowman. You may have heard of her. She was responsible for writing the computer code that allowed different large size and highly sophisticated telescopes around the world to take the first photograph of a black hole in that faraway galaxy M81. That fuzzy orange donut looking photograph that you've seen, that's the one. And Katie was the one who put that together. So let's take a look at some other amazing people in history and kind of step our way through the human story. Here we go. All right, so this is chapter 4. Here we go. The pages you're going to be building for chapter 4, this is them. Let me make my camera a little smaller here so you can actually see that. There we go. Prehistory, yes, the ancient humans sat in the mouths of their caves and their huts and looked up at the night sky, and trying to connect with it, they made up stories about it, and they saw shapes in the night sky, much like you may see some shapes on the night sky behind me here, right? Okay, so they were fascinated, like captivated with connecting with the night sky. And that has never really gone away all through history. So your first page you're going to build is a look at early humans and the night sky. If you received your packet in the mail, the one that I actually sent out through the Postal Service, it should have included both of these two images, the ones marked here as letter A and letter B. The first one shows early humans chasing the herds, and the night sky became their calendar. The other one, letter B, if you've seen the movie Moana, you've already had a crash course in how the ancient islanders, the Pacific Islanders, explored way beyond the horizons. They had no way of knowing where they would end up, how they would end up. They just had the stars at night to guide them. Very cool stuff. So use either one of those as you wish. Put it on page 68, right? And then when you're done with 68, you've written a little bit about those two. Again, check out Canvas for more details. On the right-hand side, page 69, go ahead and look at how humanity has always been fascinated with the night sky. Look any searches you do, use those sources you have on page 4, and kind of fill out what you see there about the first scientists in the world. In a way, they were astronomers. All right. So that's page 69. Moving on, page 70 was also a paper that you should have received in your mail packet through the Postal Service. Just tape that in there. Look at all the blanks. Fill in those names that you could figure those out. Well, all their names are on the other side here in Canvas for page 71. You're going to write down where they worked, what jobs they did, challenges they overcome, and what history remembers them most for contributing to our understanding. Okay, so that's page 70 and 71. 71, you just write what you see on the paper. 72, I'm going to move that up there. No, I'm going to move it right over here. Okay. Page 72, your class exemplar. It's hard for us to take a vote and pick one as a class. So I've narrowed it down to 3. Pick the one of your choice to take a look at. Okay, so Sir Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, or Stephen Hawking. Okay, those are your 3 choices. Pick the one of those 3 that fascinates you the most. Not the one you already know the most about. That's not challenging. Pick the one that you want to know more. There's tons of biographical information about all 3 of these amazing scientists, and each contributed to our knowledge of astronomy and the cosmos in different ways. So use them. Okay, and then on the right side. So now this is page 73. Okay, and 73 has you picking 3 different technologies. Look in blue. I've made some suggestions there of what you might want to pick for your 3 parts of page 73. Ancient times, you could look up a quadrant or an armillary sphere or Stonehenge. Pick one of them, sketch what it is, your own little sketch off to the side, and write a paragraph about what it was and how it contributed to the way we see the cosmos. The second one, the Age of Enlightenment. Now we're like 300 or 400 years ago. Yeah, we got telescopes since Galileo made his in 1604-ish. We got orbital models. We got a guy named Herschel who created the first rudimentary map of the Milky Way galaxy, and it was surprisingly accurate. We had electricity. We had the first rockets being used by the ancient Chinese, usually for celebrations or as a military weapon. But then rockets, the idea of going vertical with a person inside or technology of some sort, that started in the Age of Enlightenment. And then paragraph 3, our modern technological world. Our large arrays of radio telescopes listening for anything that's out there, Hubble Space Telescope, better rockets, radio communications, Event Horizon Telescope that took a picture of the black hole. Pick one of those, draw a sketch, and add the details for paragraph number 3. All right, moving on. Page 74, the Voyager probes. This paper you should have received in the mail. Slap it in there, tape it down for page 74, and that page is good to go. 75, you're researching the Voyager probes, Voyager 1, Voyager 2. Figure out when they launched, what places they visited. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 did not visit the same exact planets. Don't put down the same list for both. They had different missions. Make sure you capture those. Paragraph 3, the golden record, kind of a cool thing to attach to the side of a Voyager probe, like a message in a bottle. Pretty cool. And then paragraph 4, where are they now? Look up their current status and see where they are. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so that's page 74 and 75. 76 and 77, current missions, like what's going on right now. International Space Station, the Juno probe that's zipping around Jupiter, the Mars Insight that's studying quakes on Mars and things like that. Look up under NASA or ESA or JPL or any of those places what's going on right now. Pick 3. Put there, you can kind of sketch what they look like. In the 3, it says pick number 1, 2, and 3. I don't have those to provide you because there's thousands of possibilities. I couldn't print them all. So pick 3 current missions, describe them on 77, pictures opposite each section on page 76, and you'll be good to go. 78, current events. Add that paper that is in your postal service, your post office packet that I sent out. Slap that in there. The bottom section, you notice, has space for you to write 1 current event. So look on, space.com is a good one to recommend, and click on news, the link at the top of space.com. Click on news and scroll down, find something you think is interesting, write down the title, the source, obviously space.com, and then in your own words, a half page paragraph, bottom of page 78, and then the other 2 on page 79. So you've got 3 current events ready to go with your current events entry in your book. The last one you're going to be doing is the science fiction pages. Just add those in to page 80 and 81, and chapter 4, my friends, will be complete. All right, that's it for this particular broadcast. I hope this has helped you get an overview and an idea of what you're going to be putting into chapter 4. Pay attention to those deadlines in Canvas. Turn it into me on time. Take those pictures. Send them off to me in my email. You've got that email in Canvas. Let me know if you have questions. I check my email every single day. All right, thanks a lot. We'll talk more soon.